Hey everybody, glad to see everybody tonight. Hey Ken, hey Mr. Keith, good to see y'all in here. We'll get started here because I got to keep it a little shorter tonight, and I hope everybody's doing okay. So let me get it pulled up on my phone too, where I can keep up with this some. Hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's had a good week. So we'll get started. Let me turn down my phone. We won't be echoing. Hey, Mr. Mark Creel. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. We'll get started here. Yeah, she's sending some. Oh, she's reading up on the plant we're going to talk about. Figs, right?
I like figs.
No, we're not talking about figs tonight, but we will later down the road probably talk about figs and talk about the different varieties and stuff. We're going to go over some traditional crops and fruits too. We just try to bounce back and forth. Hey, George White, good to see you. Hey, Dennis Convoy, good to see you. Hey, Robert, good to see you. Robert, y'all get to go back to work. And, well, he took his thing off. Hey, Vanilla Gorilla. Rex.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
It's
Okay.
just where the mouse is sitting.
Oh, okay. I thought he left from it.
No,
so.
it's just where the mouse is sitting.
Yeah. Good to see everybody.
I love
We're going to
big
have a
trees.
short live tonight because, hey, Flat Rock, because, hey, Mark D. Good to see everybody. We're going to be a short live tonight because, yeah, I got work to do. I got to go into work. They've upped our production. I don't know if it's because the other big three had been striking and they're finally going back to work, or ours are just starting to sell better. So,
DS Bama.
yeah, hey, Miss Bama, good to see you. Good to see everybody tonight, and glad everybody's come on in the chat. We'll get started here in just a minute.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
big trees in the ground and 3 more to plant.
Yeah, we got 3 more to
and
plant.
then 1 at your mom's.
Yeah. So.
But I have 2 Celestes, 2 brown turkeys, 1 unknown because that's a cutting off of your mom's, which is probably a brown turkey, and 1 LSU purple, and another brown turkey. I think I got.
I think they all recovered kind of from the freeze we had.
Yep, they actually came back pretty good.
Yeah.
The one that I thought was dead actually started putting back out some new leaves in July. So it's about the same height now it was last year.
Right.
So hopefully,
hey, Blue Eye,
I got to figure out how to protect that one this year so it gets some growth on it, because that's the one I spent money on.
Glad to see everybody in tonight. So.
Ooh, retirement.
Retirement. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah. I've upped our production, and we've got some production Saturdays. So, I mean, that's a good thing. People get overtime, but they are whining about it because it's football time in Alabama.
Oh, yeah. They don't want it.
Yeah.
Got to watch that football. Got to worship.
Yep. That's what I call it, worshiping. But there's some things you just can't get done. Hey, Janelle, in Alabama during football season because everybody's watching football.
It's so bad at work that we sign off every team chat.
Yeah.
Yes, I am trying not to spend any money right now. Trying. We sign off every team chat, group call, meeting, you name it. They all get signed off with God bless, Gura, and Roll Tide.
Yeah. Don't get us wrong. I enjoy football, but I just can't.
Don't.
I can't. Some people you can't even have a conversation with at work because that's all they can talk about. So, and I ain't knocking them, but they just. I got more to life to talk about than football every day. So, hey, Richard Jr.
Yes, they're off this week. So I don't get to instigate nothing at work this week because they're off this week. So
yeah,
I try to do go balls and go LSU and go Dogs and whoever they're playing.
Well, like I said, it's good to see everybody. I hope I spoke to everybody that's come in so far. So you want to go ahead and get started on your elderberry real quick? Yeah,
Sure
I
can.
said figs a while ago. I was trying to
It's really elderberry.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Michael Haywood.
elderberry is a very, believe it or not, common plant. I mean, I had one pop up in the front yard up here that I wasn't sure if that was one or not, because everybody tells you to watch out for the lookalikes. And I was just like, I don't know. I can't tell. I think it's one, but it may not be. And then it was green through winter too. It didn't die back like most of them do. But so we went and bought 11. Was it 11 of them Mr. Davis brought us?
I think it was.
11 elderberry plants. And I planted them around the backside of our greenhouse and everything. And as soon as I did that, the previous year I bought 2 from an online catalog in the mail place, and they still struggle, bless their hearts. But so after I planted all this stuff, I got to noticing everywhere I went on the property, there was an elderberry plant already there. So elderberry is commonly found in the grown-up areas of the side of the road, in the woods, the field, you name it. It is actually, I'm not going to say it's invasive, but it has a tendency to be. But it's a very good medicinal plant. You use the berries and the flowers. Now, when you are using the berries, you have to make sure that they are ripe. Do not use green berries. Green berries are actually bad for you. But it says you can also use like the plant for basketry, arrow shafts, flutes, whistles. I mean, lots of uses for the plant itself, because those stalks, when they dry out, they are a hollow stalk.
And they're kind of hard.
They are. So you could use that as an arrow shaft, very lightweight. But the blooms, you can make elderberry jam. You can make dyes with it.
A tea.
You can make tea with the blooms and the berries. There's lots of different things that you can do with just the blooms and the berries. And actually, this says the leaves. Oh, wow. That's the first one I have seen that the leaves actually get used too. So historically, the flowers and leaves have been used for pain relief, swelling, inflammation, stimulating the production of urine, and inducing sweating. So if you are sick and need to sweat it out, there you go. They are the berries very much used for syrup, and we all have heard about elderberry syrup and the benefits of that for our immune system and everything. So y'all, like I said, do your research, make sure you know what elderberry is, and how to take elderberry.
I thought we should have cut a limb off and brought it in.
We should have, yes. Now, what do you not want to mix with elderberry? Now, take this with the grain of salt that it's given with, because always remember, pharmaceuticals versus herbalist. So it says if you take any sort of medicine to prevent organ transplant rejection. So if you have had bone marrow transplant or any sort of transplant, you need to make sure with your doctor it's okay. If you have multiple sclerosis and you take medicine for that, make sure you talk to your doctor.
Hey, Abby, glad you came in, gal.
This said, hey, she is an honorary member of SAS now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Miss Wanda.
Hey, Wanda, how you doing?
If you have psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, or other autoimmune disorders and you take medicine for that, also double check with your doctor. And steroids. If you're on a steroid, check with your doctor to make sure that these aren't going to interact or make it worse. So, yeah. So, like I said, just make sure that you know what plant you're actually harvesting. There is a couple of plants that kind of look like elderberry. So if you're harvesting flowers, make sure you're getting the correct flowers. When it comes to berries, I have not found a berry that looks like the way elderberry does. So elderberry produces like an umbrella shape type cluster. A lot of people confuse poke salad, for instance, because it's got purple berries. The plant looks nothing like elderberry at all, though. I have seen people mistake privet berries for the purple berries. But again, privet looks nothing like an elderberry plant.
It looks like elderberry.
There is one out there that looks like it plant wise.
Because usually I just go down the road and pick out an elderberry right off the bat.
There is one, I cannot remember the name of it, that does resemble the plant, but it says something to check for like hairy stems and stuff, because one has and one hasn't. When they're green, that is. Okay. Like the young stalks. If it's a woody, there's not a woody that looks like elderberry. But like when that one was first growing in the flower bed, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is this? And what is this? Because it did not look like.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. That one was hard to tell what that was at the beginning, but we know what it is now.
Yep. Once it
and the
made
ones
it
over
through,
on the fences, they're just kind of sitting there. So
they are. They don't get as much sun, I think.
Yeah, I think we. Hey, Pyromedic, good to see you.
Passing off possum grapes. Oh Lord, he probably would. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, do your research.
Hey, Miss Rhonda.
Make sure elderberry wine. Yeah, make sure that you are correctly correctly identifying. Make sure you have a doctor that is okay with herbalists, and make sure that what you use doesn't interfere with your meds. Don't think you're going to come off that med ASAP and change to an herbal. Work with your doctor to solely swap, because some meds you do not need to come directly off of. Okay. I think that's going to be it for elderberry, because everybody in the world knows the benefits of elderberry, in especially in the world that we're in now.
Later on, we'll talk about sumac.
Mm-hmm.
Not the poison sumac, but we'll talk about the bush.
The staghorn.
And we'll get into rosemary.
Yep.
We'll get into some of the other herbs and some of the other plants.
Yep.
There's some.
We did our sweet potato harvest. There's good benefits of that too.
Yes. In fact, sweet potatoes is one of the most
beneficial starches.
Well, not just that, it's full of so many vitamins and minerals compared to other veggies. It's loaded. But
it's one that you have to grow. It's not wild.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Glenn.
Hey, Glenn. Good to see you. I think I've spoke to everybody that's come in. I try to keep up with everybody. I always want to speak to everybody, try to acknowledge everybody if I can.
And unfortunately, Ken, a lot of people are like that. They just don't realize it. But sometimes you can take and treat some symptoms with some herbals, as long as they don't interfere with those meds.
Right.
It might boost the med a little bit.
We want you to be more self-sufficient, but be careful with it.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. I am not out here telling everybody come off your meds.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
We wouldn't tell nobody to do that in the world.
Meds were created for a reason, but at the same time, I think that we take too many meds.
Yeah, I take too many.
You do not. If there was a way you could come off of yours, though, I'd say come off of them. Ooh, gotta feed the hubby. All I got's one kidney and a thumping gizzard.
Yeah, I seen where Mark Creel said he had 3 kidneys.
No, that's Michael. Oh, yeah,
Mark
you're right.
Creel.
Mike Creel. 3 kidneys. Wow.
Let's see. So we talked about elderberry a little bit. We kind of mentioned about gathering the sweet potato. Because Rebecca was pretty fair amused yesterday. So
this ain't working. Why not? There it goes.
I don't know.
All right. So Yeah, I saw that one. To
Yeah,
make you less allergy prone, introduce the allergen little by little.
there is some good.
Unless it's a deadly
I'm not going
allergy.
to knock marijuana. There
No,
is some
it's
good.
got some good
Yes,
benefits.
it does.
Never gonna say no to that.
Yeah.
It has some benefits. But if you're just using it recreationally, that's a whole different ball game.
There's the Lord put a lot of plants on earth for us to use. We just got to figure them out
Yep.
and what they are, and just be real careful. And it's like anything; you can't take too much large quantities of it. So, yes, Pyro local honey is very good for you. And goldenrod, I'm glad to hear that, Janelle. Goldenrod,
Good.
everybody thinks it.
They confuse it with ragweed.
Miss Bama said something about broccoli. Oh, Brussels sprouts do not grow wild.
No, they don't. No, there is a wild mustard.
Okay. Let's see. I hope y'all enjoyed the video yesterday. That was just for me and Rebecca to get the dog out, and I didn't. The person I was supposed to have on tonight wasn't able to. Plus, me going into work, I didn't want to get them on and had to cut it short with them. I don't like to do that, so we're going to try to reschedule if we can. If we don't, I may have to pick somebody else out and then pick him back up at a later date. I did talk to another person yesterday that's had a lot of Bigfoot experience. Here close to me, lives within 15 miles of me. I've been knowing him a long time, and he's thinking about coming on, talking about some of the stuff that's went on with on his place. And
Good
so
luck
we'll
with
see.
the coyotes, Mr. Rex.
Yeah. Hey, Cryptic Crystal, good to see you. So hopefully he'll decide he'll do it, and if he does, I'll have him on. He's had some very interesting stuff happen on his property. Hey, PJ, good to see you on. So be careful driving, Wanda, and everything. So coyotes, that's a hard thing to get rid of. And my understanding is when you start shooting a bunch of them, they multiply worse. I've been seeing some stuff about that. They're talking about if you start harvesting a lot of coyotes off your property, that actually makes them start breeding more. So I don't know how much truth it is to that, but something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
How to handle that. And so
DJ's been hunting.
they're very hard. They're going to be hard to wipe out. I hate to say it, they're here to stay. They're hard to wipe out. We had a guy got in our club one year. That's all he wanted to do was kill coyotes, and he wasn't even go hunt during hunting season. She's over here laying on the floor taking a nap. She'll be up here in a minute. Give her time.
We have run her out today, so
she'll be up here. Give her time.
She's been outside chasing a tractor and a blower.
In fact,
here we go. Come on, sister.
Oh man.
She knew we were talking about her.
Yeah.
You can quit scratching now, sister. Yeah,
Well,
people want to see you.
We had a guy come here. Come on a minute. All right, come over here and say hello to everybody.
There she is, yeah.
There we go. Oh, watch the mouse with the footy.
Yep.
Big baby.
Poor sister has been running ragged today. And
Yeah,
Gypsy's at the vet. So.
Yeah, she's at the vet getting herself fixed. So and, maybe solve some of them other few little problems she's got. So but going back to the hunt club real quick, we had a guy that got in to just hunt coyotes.
She's not relaxed. She's a baby.
And he would hunt during the summer because he said that's the best time to
I'll be working, Janelle.
Harvest them. And what he would do is set up in roads. He'd go ride the roads and he'd find, where there's messing in the roads. And when he found a good bit, he knew that was a place to set up. He'd get at one end of the road. He'd usually get him about 100 yards. where he could shoot, about 100 yards, and then he'd set up his decoy and start doing his calling. And I know one summer, I'm not kidding, he took out 37 coyotes off that mountain. And I mean, I couldn't believe, I figured there was one pack, maybe two packs, 37 coyotes that he harvested off that hunting club that summer. And I mean, and they're still up there. So, which I know, once one bunch leaves, another bunch takes their place. I mean, there'll be another bunch move in, but I just didn't realize. Yes, I think no, I don't know if we can shoot coyotes. We can shoot hogs at night in Alabama, but I don't think we can shoot coyotes. So that's what was, 37, which, and I know that back then was around 10,000 acres. So, a lot of coyotes. So, in fact, y'all heard one other night, that or a fox. You don't really know. So
Ella thinks it was a coyote. I think it was a fox.
Yeah. Now, I've got a buddy that does a lot of hog hunting. He uses plot hounds. They don't hunt during the winter because deer hunters and all that. They do all their hunting in spring, summer, and early fall. Once deer season comes in, they quit. One reason, because a lot of the farms they're hunting on are letting people deer hunt. And, of course, deer hunters and hog hunters don't mix well sometimes, just like other hunters sometimes don't mix well with dogs.
Right.
So, but they put a hurting on them. But like he said, you can't get rid of them.
That's how the lantern flies is going to be too. We're not going to be able to get rid of them either.
Yeah. So, and we got a spider just moving into this part of the country. What was that he was talking about the other day?
Can't remember.
Okay.
I've slept since then.
Okay, it was from Japan or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got all kind of invasive creatures coming. So
and they come into the south.
Yep, they come the same.
They
Well, like
love the
Florida,
south.
we have the pythons taking over, and them poor what's them thing iguanas? Not iguanas.
Yeah, iguanas.
Is it iguanas? Yeah,
And
the big lizards.
Yeah, the
I
iguanas.
got a friend who lives down that way besides Pat, but another friend that he talked about. They used to hunt them things like they hunted squirrels. I mean, he said they had a dog that would tree them. I got tickled. He said, yeah. He said, we go and hunt them just like we would be hunting a squirrel. And he said, let the dog tree them. They're shooting pellet rifles, though, because some of the places they were hunting, you wasn't allowed to shoot a, gunpowder gun. You'd have to use an air rifle. So, and I got tickled.
Canned 3 deer already. Wow.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Their deer season probably came in early.
She's already canned 3, she said.
Wow. Well, our bow season came in on the 15th in my district part of Alabama. Now, up in
you're right, Kim.
Another part of Alabama, it came in on the 1st. And I've seen a good many deer being harvested up that way. I hadn't really seen a lot of pictures from down our way. So, but now we're supposed to have a good freeze coming this week ourselves, I think.
I don't know about good freeze. It's going to hit 32.
Well, that's pretty good.
But did we notice for how long it's going to hit 32?
I don't know how long.
Yeah.
But,
that's why I say it may not be a good freeze. It may just be a light.
Yeah. Well, it showed frost. So
frost and freeze, 2 different things.
Oh, yeah. But it ought to be out in the fields and stuff. But, so we still ain't had no rain. We got a chance of rain Tuesday before that cold front comes in. So, but I think one night is 32, the next night's 35. So
I hadn't even pulled my crossbow up.
Yeah, we hadn't.
It's still in the closet.
I ain't even put no feeders out.
We are so behind. It's not even funny.
We went Saturday to the hunting club, planted green fields, hoping it rains. Some of them's going to be working up there tomorrow, but I think they're not going to be doing any planting. I think they're going to be just plowing fields, having them ready. I may have planted too early on the club. I may have should have waited a week or two. But we'll just, it's one of them years. I ain't even planted no field here at the house. Oh, okay. So you can hunt coyotes at night now in
on
Alabama
private land.
on private land. Okay. Well, I knew you could hogs on private land. I didn't know they had included coyotes now. So that's good. That's good to know. So if I catch one out here at night, I'll
Busted.
light him up.
So Frost gets the rut to start.
Sometimes in some places, I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
He's in Georgia, so
Oh, and theirs
now
is theirs as screwed up as ours?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him because I have never. Well,
I don't have much experience.
Our rut is so crazy here in Alabama, like North Alabama, usually late November, 1st of December, then come on down a little bit toward Birmingham, usually December. Then us is usually late December, January. Then South Alabama is a lot of times late January, early February.
Mm-hmm.
And one reason of that is Alabama stocked so many different type of deer. When they were restocking Alabama, they bought deer. I forgot from how many states. I know it was Michigan, North Carolina, I think Texas, Wisconsin, several other places. I mean, they bought them, and they just turned them loose in different parts of Alabama. And I guess those traits of those deer are still, kind of in them from where they come from. Maybe, I don't know. So, wow, that's wow. Oh, good. I'm glad you got something, PJ. Our gun season don't even start till November 17th. But now our season runs to February 10th. Our muzzleloader will start the 12th and run to, you muzzle hunt once it comes in the rest of the year. Our bow season started the 15th, most of Alabama, and it'll go all the way to February 10th, too. So, hey, Misty, good to see you. Hope your foot's doing better.
Yeah, you can't comment on the TV. But that's the best way to watch it. Of course,
I agree.
This mug up on big screen,
Yeah, like people really won't see it in my ugly mug.
I kind of like it when Sister gets right here and I can't see nothing. Or rather, y'all can't see nothing. Yeah.
But I'm glad everybody's come in tonight, and good to see everybody. Like I said, we got about 30 more minutes to go, and then if Rebecca wants to go on, she can. So, but I know she's
got a lot of stuff still to do since I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Sister, I don't want no kissing. Nope, I'm sorry. Me and dogs don't smooch. I
got a load of laundry to swap and a load in the dryer of your pants that may end up having to be rewashed. I had to clean that litter box in there, and gotta do something about that feral cat in the bathroom in there.
Well, tomorrow, good Lord willing, once I get to moving around in the morning, I'm gonna try to harvest a few rabbits, and then go from there. And then tomorrow evening, you're gonna try to take a ride out into the national forest and check out the fall colors, and also we may do a little filming while we're out there. And,
well, Misty, what are you eating? Because that's the topic of our shows usually. Don't just tell me.
Ate supper.
I know. Don't tell me you're eating supper without telling me what you're eating. We've already got canned deer on the.
She may have bear tonight. I don't.
She might.
Have y'all harvested any bears yet, Misty? And I've got to call Sherry tomorrow and let her know when we're coming. I got to do that. I keep meaning to do it, and I keep forgetting. And then it gets kind of late.
Misty put a locust thorn in her foot, through her boot.
Y'all be praying for her. And we got a lot of other people we need to be praying for.
We just hoping that ain't infected, because locust is nasty stuff.
Yeah, I got
a hungry man meal. They hadn't been bear hunting yet. We got chicken Alfredo. We got taco spaghetti.
I think Sherry did.
Yeah, I think so. No, you probably won't be, Misty.
Yeah, just take care of that foot.
And all.
Yeah, I dropped the plow on my foot.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks now.
And Rebecca didn't know if I was mad or.
I wasn't sure what was going on. If y'all could have seen the face, I knew he was hurt, but I wasn't sure how hurt because he was walking.
in circles.
Of course, and he was
I
mad. Oh, he was mad. I knew he was mad. I couldn't decide if he was mad and hurt or just mad. It was bad. He was trying to hook it up to my little tractor, and I apparently can't read his mind. And he wasn't given instructions, and I messed up. And he did. He actually did pick it up and throw it. He did. Yeah.
Yeah, about 400 pounds.
Oh, yeah. It was not pretty, guys. It really was not. But this is also the man that we went four-wheeler riding. Four-wheeler landed on top of him. He has a nice little lightning bolt scar on his chest from it. Broke a rib and everything, and then moved a freezer by himself.
Yeah, what, next day?
The next day or two, yeah.
A chest freezer.
So I should have known that he was hurting worse than he was letting on.
But yet, I never let a cuss word come out, did I?
No, you did not. But you were biting that tongue something crazy.
Oh,
Eating fried catfish, hush puppies, and steak fries.
ooh, that sounds good. Man, I need to come eat with you.
With all of them. And what this person right here says, don't kick a locust, guys. Just don't. How it went through her boot.
I know that hurt because I've got locusts on me one time.
Yeah, I've never got it
got
that
me in the
bad. I've
arm.
got it in the tips of my fingers, but or
And
scratched by them.
I'm glad my uncle was with me because he pulled it out. And that sucker, I think it went to the
Mhm.
bone, and it hurt for a while.
Oh, ice cream for dessert.
Oh, Lord, y'all brought
Here we
that.
go.
Oh, Lord, here we go about ice cream.
But I
Oh,
want,
okay, cool, PJ. I'm
I
glad
want
that
this.
Paul's nephew killed a bear. That's cool. I keep forgetting about in Arkansas, y'all have a bear season too. I don't know why Alabama. Well, I know why Alabama.
it
don't
told
let
me
it.
he was mad, Ken. It told me he was mad. Really mad. And don't speak to him mad. And then I got in trouble for not speaking to him.
About to pass out over there. That's why
Couldn't tell. All I saw was mad. All I saw was mad. I saw fumes and smoke and, red. And
Oh,
if you'd have been ghostly pale, I'd have known. But whew,
it hurt,
yeah,
buddy.
Mark is the hidden bulldog in the closet. He really is. When it comes out full force and fierce. Otherwise, it's hidden and it just builds, kind of like the snarling Rottweiler you think of. Yeah. And then once the Rottweiler's released, yeah, downhill from
I
there.
do better than I used to do.
You do.
I've told people before.
It just takes more to tick you off.
Yeah. I've really prayed to the Lord about the deal
Have
with
we
me
said
on that.
hi to George White?
Yes, I spoke to
Okay.
him earlier. Yeah. That's one thing I've asked the Lord years ago was to help me with my temper,
Yeah.
and He has. I know He has
Yeah.
because
Now he'll just help me with my
used to
stupidity
years
and
ago.
mind
I
reading.
know y'all don't think this, but used to I would have fought with somebody in just a minute. Nowadays, I try to go the other way. So I'm talking about physically, not just fussing.
That's not good, Mr. D.
What is it? Ooh, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
You need to be careful. Be careful. So. Yeah, I wish they would do a bear season in Alabama, but our conservation department is not just interested in it.
And they're not wanting to admit we have them even.
Well, they do now. So, and they're getting more and more plentiful in Alabama, which
I don't know
our
nothing
biggest
about
population though is down in Mobile and
Sister, quit licking.
Mobile and Washington County on the Mississippi line. That's where the majority of our bear population is in Alabama. It's kind of crazy.
I don't like to be licked.
They down there in that
Just
Mobile
don't.
Delta swamp.
Especially not
That's
with where
huge.
your tongue has been.
I think it's the second biggest delta in the U.S. And so, now sister, watch it with the paw.
Daddy,
Quit.
Mama won't let me lick her.
This dog has a licking fetish. I swear. I ain't never seen a dog that wants
That's
to
my
lick you
story,
to
and I'm
death.
sticking to it,
Yeah.
Misty.
So, Anyway. Oh, something I need to bring up real quick before I forget about it. Two other things I did not tell y'all about the Chillersburg in the Chillersburg video, and I meant to. I know y'all have heard of Patty Holiday. Played Flo on Mel's Diner back in 70s and 80s when Mel.
Oh, was she from here?
She was from Chillersburg.
Oh, cool.
In fact, two of my aunts were in the same grade with her, and they were even went over and used to go spend the night with her
I swear,
family.
if
And
work
everything.
don't stop texting.
And she was, when she wasn't filming or doing Broadway, she'd come home to Chillersburg. Her mother still lived there. She'd go to stores just like anybody else, and everybody always said she was very nice. Now, she passed away a few years ago, but they said, she didn't let, that go to her head. When she come home, she was, so. Night, Misty.
Night, y'all.
So.
Kiss my grit smell.
Yeah. So. Night, Mark Creel too.
Yep.
So. She was talking about. I thought she was talking to me. She was talking to Mark Day.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Y'all forgive me. I'm crazy. I thought Misty was leaving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
No,
Misty. I'm
she's saying
goofy at
him.
times.
Are you a squirrel too?
I'm not a squirrel. No, I'm
Chipmunk.
No, I ain't even a chipmunk. I'm like old Mew. Sometimes I forget what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, so you're stubborn.
There you go. I'm sorry, Miss. I thought you was leaving. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that we got me as a Mark, and we got 2 or 3 Marks in chat, and sometimes I'm seeing Mark come up, and then I realize I'm talking to the other Mark, and I get confused. Y'all don't pay me no attention. Y'all know I'm goofy at times.
Always the quiet ones.
Yeah. No, don't worry about that, Misty. But she was from Chillersburg. I never met her. My mother did. Mother always said she was a very nice lady. And when she'd go in the stores and stuff in Chillersburg, she was just like anybody else. So it's good that the fame did not go to her head. Yeah. And the other thing I was going to tell you about Chillersburg is the cave. It used to be called the Soda Caverns. Now they changed the name to
Majestic Caverns.
But it was the first recorded cave by the U.S. government in 1798. Benjamin Hawkins was the naturalist sent down here by George Washington to check out the properties, deal with the Indian. In fact, he became the Indian agent for the tribes in the Southeast till right before the Creek Indian War broke out. And he wrote some books about the Southeast, especially Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, because that's kind of where he made his rounds. He was dealing with the Cherokee, the Creeks, Choctaws, and everybody. In fact, I think he was very favorable with the Indians. He tried to help them instead of messing them up like a lot of the rest of them did. But and I should be using the word Native American, but anyway.
Or indigenous.
But anyway, he went into that cave, and it was the first recorded cave that the U.S. government done. And what I mean by that, we done won the war from independence from England. And so, as far as American government, first recorded cave in the U.S. So it's a big old cave. If y'all ever come to this neck of the woods, hey Spencer, good to see you, brother. If you ever come down in this part of the country, there's a lot to go look at. I mean, you got the Soda Cavern or Majestic Caverns. You got Cowmugga Grist Mill, and then come to Sylacauga, you got the museum with all the Jim Neighbors stuff in it. Gomer Pyle, because he was from Sylacauga. Mm-hmm. We got the Bluebell ice cream plant. We got a nice library. Probably one of the best in the Southeast, what I've heard. And it is very nice. And of course, we got Gravity Hill. Me and Rebecca need to do a video on that too.
Gravity Hill was cool.
Yeah, it was. And then, of course, we had the lady hit by the meteorite. And I'm trying to talk our little town of Oak Grove into getting a replica of it, even though the real one's over at Tuscaloosa. Maybe get a replica.
Replica.
Thank you. I can't talk.
It's hard to talk when you got a dog pawing at you.
Yeah. So, hey,
Let's go
Chris,
to
good to
Swatch.
see you, brother. Good to see you. Hope that eye's doing better for you today. Hope it's doing
Say,
better.
Reddy had a
Yeah, so.
infection in his cornea.
So that's something to remember. Even though I told you about the Army ammunition plant being there during World War II, the heavy water, and then the fuss between them and Rome, Georgia,
Same,
about the
Misty,
Coosa
same.
Village, and then also, and yeah, I forgot about that. We got the cemetery where the guy is buried, where he was hit a couple of times while he was alive by lightning, and then even after they buried him, his tombstone got hit several more
Twice.
times there in Childersburg. So Childersburg and Sylacauga has some weird things, but
Yep.
And and then we had a group of Shawnee Indians move in here in the 1700s. Y'all need a big UFO at the town limit sign. Yeah, you're probably right, because there's been UFOs.
Yeah, we've got the light shooting off the mountain.
Yeah, we got the orb, whatever they
According
are,
to
over at Bull's
Mr.
Gap
Keith,
that I need to go catch on film.
the ones over there by Keith, is that the same ones?
No, well, since Keith lives up on the mountain,
Oh, so he can see the
he
ones.
can see back toward Bull Gap, and he
Oh.
watches them during the winter shoot off the mountain.
Cool.
And so it's kind of like the Brown Mountain Lights. I
Sister
have,
wants all everybody's
yeah.
attention.
yeah, she does. So she's a big baby. She
She's
thinks
worse than a baby.
she thinks she's human. So
All she does is eat, sleep, and poop.
yeah, she sleeps a lot here lately. She sleeps for you and sleeps for me during the day.
So Mark last year decided it was too cold for Sister to go outside during the day. And it was cold. It was. So she got used to
Your
sleeping
breath.
with me at night and then sleeping with Mark during the day. Well, then Mark decided it was too hot for her to go outside. So she's still sleeping with me at night and Mark during the day. Yep.
All right, let's pet some more.
Yes, the guy got struck by lightning 2 or 3 times in his life, depending on which story you read. And then his tombstone actually got struck twice, and that they didn't replace it the 3rd time.
If y'all want to read about it, there's an article about it.
Mhm.
His name was Cosper.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, my family knew some of the Cospers.
Yep.
I don't know if we knew that in a bunch exactly. This was
Just
early.
type in "man hit by lightning multiple times in Childersburg."
Childersburg,
Make sure
Alabama.
you put the in Childersburg, or
Yeah.
you'll get a
All right,
lot of
let's get
different
down there.
stories.
You about, I don't know what you fixing to spit up, because you ain't gonna tell them what you've been eating outside.
That's why I don't let her lick me.
Good Lord, at the hair on me.
So really quick, while we're down, I want to talk to y'all about a book I got. And it's actually another one that's sitting in my cart to get. Sorry. Digging Up the Dirt. This is a cookbook, actually. Seasonal eating. I think he died of a heart attack due to getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, I think that last lightning strike done him in. So
Again, it depends on which story you read. So I'm with Misty. We didn't feel anything at his grave. It was just a grave with burnt stone. But the rest of the graveyard,
the stones you could tell shattered.
Yeah.
Like it was marble.
Yeah. And it kind of had some burnt marks on them where it got struck a little bit. Not like bad or nothing. But
Me and Rebecca will go back up there one day and film that place.
Yeah.
And see if she gets feeling like her and Misty did that day.
That was
see
crazy.
if that pops back up. And
so back to the book club. So Digging Up the Dirt. This is a book with seasonal recipes for cooking throughout the year. Now, why am I bringing up this book? Well, this is actually not the book I want you to get, although it's a good book too. The sequel to this book is the one you need to get. So basically, this person wanted to learn to cook more self-sufficiently. So she did seasonal cooking, but she was still buying a lot of it at the grocery store. Well, then she decided she wanted to get local. So she created another book, and it is called Local Dirt. And I know y'all can't see that, but it's called Local Dirt, and it's Andrea Burness or Bemis. I can't tell. I don't have glasses on. So, but she does seasonal eating with local produce. So what you won't find in that one is going to be anything that you get from overseas only. So it's a more realistic cookbook to be more self-sufficient. Digging up the dirt. Yeah, no, it's
Part
called
two.
Local Dirt. Mhm.
These are going like part 2.
Yeah, it kind of is part 2,
Yeah.
but she called it Local Dirt this time. So just something y'all might want to think about getting, because it talks about, like I said, making sure that everything that is purchased is from something grown locally around that person. So I don't think that she's got coconut in the recipe, although coconut does have its benefits, but when the crap hits the fan, you're not going to be able to get coconut much unless you actually physically go find the coconut. So that was the reason for bringing up the Local Dirt. Good thought process in it. I have not got it yet. Like I said, it's sitting in my cart, waiting on yet another paycheck to add it to my library. But it's a good book. Third book will be Dirt Cooking. Y'all be nice. See if I help y'all.
Dirt cooking.
See if I help y'all again.
Mm.
Actually, I have several books in my cart, but we won't talk about all those.
And that's another thing, really. I got some interesting books too.
Mm-hmm.
That we
and some of those are sitting in my cart. Yeah.
So we need to.
So we can do the plan of the week, and we can do the book of the week.
Yeah. Books is something you really need to be getting a hold of if you can. You never know when we'll have a disruption with the internet, or you never know when your stuff will get corrupted and disappear. I mean,
exactly.
I lost a computer in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
They had all my Bigfoot stuff and everything on it.
Yep.
So, just something I can't get back, and it's just water under the bridge. Can't worry about it no more. But if I'd been smart, I should have been backing that stuff up to a thumb.
Well, and really, you should be printing it out, because when the crap hits the fan and you don't have that, yeah. So you always got to be thinking about, what if. I'm not saying, go crazy prepping, but we got to be prepared. So like I said, there's certain things that I do. We're not, full blown prepping here, but there are certain things that we do to be prepared. And one of those is making sure that I can have information at my fingertips if I need it. Yeah. So
another thing, still be paying attention about food and water, please.
Absolutely.
Please be paying attention. Yesterday on that video, I talked about a little bit how some of the major rivers in the world are very low.
He did not try to recover the data because it's still with the X. She
said the whole computer got destroyed. I don't know. I had to take her word for it and go from there. And so because I told her I wanted my information off her, and she claimed she tried to get it off and it wasn't there, and so she said she lost some stuff. So I don't know what took place. So that's why I went to trying to get back with Mr. Todd on a regular basis, because there was a few years I didn't get. I still talk to him, but I was in the process of getting back with him when he got sick, of getting all my information that he had, because I knew he had it, and with me and him done talked about, he was going to try to get it together for me. Then he caught COVID, and here we went from there. So.
And this is where I also need to go ahead and give y'all a reminder. Please, if you are using Facebook and all this other stuff to store photos, get them off of there, because I did that. I stored all my photos on Facebook because Facebook's not going anywhere, right? I cleared up my Google backup stuff because I had it on Facebook. I'd always have it, right? Wrong. I lost my Facebook page. Everything that was on there is gone. They deleted it 30 days after they shut the page down from the hacker. All the pictures. I mean, I'm still finding pictures that I no longer have a copy of. Like, hey, Ken, speaking of, the picture you took of me in the play that has my whole family in it. Can you somehow see if you can find that and send me a copy of it? Because it is gone. So it's little things like that. Make sure that you have important stuff somewhere other than out there on the web somewhere. So go ahead. It's sister barking because somebody's
there was a
barking.
racket. There was a
I
racket.
was playing.
There was a racket.
So yeah, Mark's going to go check that. Yeah, so just make sure that you have stuff backed up in other places that you can access it from. I lost a lot of pictures of Sarah Beth, and I cannot get those back. Those pictures are on computers I no longer have access to also. So while it wasn't an ugly divorce, it was a sad divorce. Let's put it that way. And in my brain, it was ugly enough for what it was. So there is no accessing some of those photos back again either. So just make sure that you have stuff backed up other than Facebook, other than on the web. Have them on a hard drive, have something printed out even. Like I really should have had that picture that Ken took of my family. I should have had that one actually printed out because my family doesn't get together often with reason. But it's nice to have the photos showing the family. So, yeah. All right. So thank you, Ken. I'd appreciate that. So Discover Sasquatch. Mr. Chris is reading Bobby Short's memoirs at the moment. Not published yet, but should be. That sounds like interesting reading. And I read about that. And yeah, feel free to share. Feel free to share. That works. All right, so Mark is still checking out the outdoors and everything, but we are about to have to wrap this up. So y'all go ahead and put them prayer requests in the comments. Misty's foot, Greg's foot, Chris's eye.
Mr. Mark's eye.
Mark's eye.
Mr. Nuba, yeah.
Oh, yeah, him too.
And anybody else, Crystal, y'all remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tom Horn that passed away here about a little over a week ago that was very knowledgeable on biblical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else. Pat, I can't remember that person, Pat. If you'll put his name back up, I'm
Nancy
sorry.
For her brother.
Who?
Nancy for her brother.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Rhonda for her husband.
Yes. So.
My sister coming up on a year. Actually, she's on a year already now, losing her husband. So.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Sometimes all you need is 20, 30 more minutes just to get that stuff off of them.
Yeah.
Flat Rock's mom.
Okay.
I said Mark's eye, Chris's eye, Greg's ankle, Misty's foot. Yeah, you, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send me a message, Ken.
Okay.
And I'll keep it private, Ken. Don't worry about that. I'll keep it private.
And there's a couple other people. I'm not going to mention their names because they don't want their names mentioned. But Joe's passed away. What now? Okay, yeah.
Joe.
That was the guy she was talking about.
Oh.
Okay. No, not Joe.
She scared me there for a second. I was like, what?
No, we would know all about that. Just don't even talk negative like that.
No.
Yeah, the Joe Snyder.
Joe Snyder, okay.
And That's my thing. I can't always remember names,
Mhm.
especially if I'm not hearing it regular.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, there's another subscriber. I'm not going to mention his name, but his dad passed away a few weeks ago, and
I have a feeling the locust tree that Misty attacked is no longer with us, so it doesn't need prayers anymore. But its family might, I
boy,
guess.
it made a good fence post though.
Wouldn't it though?
It made a good fence.
Water in Louisiana bad.
People used to love to get the locust to make fence posts out of. They're very hard, but you got to deal with them thorns to get them off.
Yep.
Yeah, so you go ride and see some old farms. A lot of times they'll have the pine and the locust post, and them suckers still solid as a rock. I mean, you can hit them and they still there, and they were probably put there 100 years ago. In fact, some people go look for them and get them up out of the ground and reuse them again. So, but anyway, anybody else, remember everybody, because I know there's a lot of health issues going on, a lot of other issues going on, and there's some going on in the Bigfoot world right now, real bad. So y'all be praying that peace will come, and not saying for people to come buddies again.
Oh yeah, Mark's foot too. He's on the better side.
Yeah, try to make up with your brother if you can. But I know sometimes it gets to that point you can't. But at least forgive and try to go on. So yeah, I'm afraid some of this stuff's going to hurt people that might be going to come forward with their encounters, and they're going to go back in the hole. And that's what I hate about a lot of this stuff. So.
Yeah, because there's some horrible bite.
She did that one in the burn pile. If you got some about this big around, Misty,
fence post.
Make fence post out of them. Hey, Ken Squats, good to see you.
Osage orange is a good tree for that. Yeah, Mark Newell's eye. All right, what's happening? Oh, Sunday night this week. Yep.
Huh?
Woods Walker Sunday night at 9.
Oh, we're doing it at 9? Okay. I'll be at work, so I'll have to listen from work.
She says she done set it on fire, Mark. Yeah. She ain't worried about that fence post.
Yeah.
Can squat.
Watch them thorns with your tractors, too. They will go in a tractor tire.
Yeah.
I know. I've been there. Them and the Bradford pears.
Oh, yeah.
One of the worst things can be around a row crop or a pasture, because they will eat your tires up. All right, I guess we need to get ready to say a prayer.
You got to head out.
I'm fixing to head out in a couple more minutes and go earn a living.
I think they're Eastern, Robert.
Yeah, Misty and Spencer are going to be Eastern time. So their show was always Eastern. Yeah.
Yep.
So y'all not going to do an afternoon show Sunday. Y'all going to do a 9 o'clock show, which will be 8 o'clock our time Sunday night. I guess that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let me go back to this.
Yes, be keeping in prayer with Israel. I know a lot of people are against Israel. I'm going to stand with Israel because I know who they are. To me, they've been persecuted pretty much since the beginning of time. Probably the most persecuted people on earth, if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty about it. It seems like every culture tried to wipe them out. And I'm talking about thousands of years if you go watch. And what my dad seen in World War II, and my dad's brother and a couple of my mom's brothers seen in World War II, and when they finally talked about it was not good. What they seen, how they seen human beings treated. My dad almost pulled him and his company, or almost started shooting German soldiers after what they saw. But they had to fight that, so. Anyway, huh?
Anyway.
Yeah, so. All right, let's say a little short prayer and we'll get off here, and they can look at my bozo.
The thorns are definitely bigger than the tree on the locust. They're awful.
Yeah. Lord, thank you for letting us come together tonight as family and have a chat and just talk about different things on live with people that's all over the United States. And thank you, Lord, for being with us and being patient with us and taking care of us and loving us, Lord. And thank you for your son and what all he did, his sacrifice for us, where one day we can be in heaven with both of y'all. And Lord, thank you for everything else. Lord, forgive us for our sins and help us forgive our brothers and try to at least make up where we don't have that heap of coals on top of our head. Be with us as we're going this week. Be with everybody that's been mentioned tonight, Lord. Whatever problem they may have, be with them and your will be done. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. So, all right. Let's see here.
Greg made it in finally.
Good to see you, Greg. Yeah, I wish I could come tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to. I'd love to come up to that. So
You just playing in the thorns.
now, you doing that Sunday too, or is that just tomorrow, Greg? I'll text you here in a minute and ask you about that, because I might come up Sunday morning and check it out or something. But I'd love to come see that. Somebody come through with a Browning bar, let me know if you don't want it. If it's reasonable, you know what I'm talking about. So, okay, both days. I'll call. I'll give you try to give you a holler later tonight. Maybe it won't be crazy at work where I make a phone call. So,
Where's it at, Greg?
there at Double Springs. He said it's a very good one. I'd love to. So, anyway, what was that?
That was your phone. It sounded like.
Somebody text me. I'll look back at it in a minute.
So it's at Double Springs? Because somebody was asking.
Yeah. So,
Which is here in Alabama.
yes, Double Springs is in Alabama. Yes. So, anyway, I guess we need to get off here.
Yep.
I hate to cut this short. Live short tonight, boy. You can tell I'm crazy. We'll be back next week. Might have a guest, might not yet. Don't know. I've got some people that I'm going to be talking to. Hopefully, I can get them where they feel comfortable to do it.
If nothing else, we can steal Greg.
Well, I've been wanting to get Greg on. He has. I've got a lot of people I got to get on. We need to get Ken on. We need to get Janelle. Anybody else? Miss PJ. Anybody in this chat tonight, and there's some more that ain't even here. If you're willing, now I'm not going to pressure you to do it. I'm not that type of person, because I know some people don't want to do it, and that's fine. I understand. But I'm sooner or later I'm going to send you a message one day if I got your own Facebook where I can. Or if I don't, I may mention it to you in here and you get in contact with me. But our lives are not just going to be about Bigfoot. They're going to be about
Now,
people.
Mark will be interviewing some of y'all for his fireside chats.
Yeah, I want to start doing some of that.
But the Friday thing, the once a month, I don't want it to be on Bigfoot. I want to learn about you.
That's what we're kind of shooting for on the line. Now, if it goes into Bigfoot toward the end, that's fine, or whatever other stuff.
But I want to find out what your favorite meal to cook is.
I like for everybody on here to get to know each other, if possible.
I want to talk food.
That's kind of what we're after, is get to know the real person. Now, I ain't talking about getting deep down in all your personal stuff. Of course not. But what I'm
Janelle
talking,
will talk candid on you for you.
But hunting, fishing, hobbies. You may play
Grandkids.
music, cooking. You might make crafts, and we want each other to know each other a little bit. And I ain't trying to get into everybody's business, but what I'm trying to say is
spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, just talk about different things. We need to have Chris on here one night. And we want this to be about family. We want to get to know each other, and I want to know who you are a little bit. I ain't trying to get deep in your personal. Don't take me wrong. What I'm trying to get at is I like to know who you are a little bit, because I guarantee you there's a lot of people in this chat that's got some very interesting things they do. You know, yeah, there's Ken with woodworking.
Mm-hmm. He makes some
And I
pretty
know every one
products.
of you is doing something. And so I'd like to have you on if you're willing.
Oh, we
And
didn't
if-
even talk about Spencer and his bathroom remodels.
Yeah, Spencer does very good work. What I've seen, he's very, very. I wish he was down here in our neck of the woods. I'd keep him busy regular. So you just need to pack up, move from Virginia,
Mhm.
bring your family on down here. And me and Greg keep you busy.
Yep.
I keep you plenty of work, and Greg keep you busy up there that
Yep.
part of the country. Just move in between us, about
Yep.
an hour from each other. So, man, you'd have Ty Digging National Forest and Bankhead to play with. So,
Yep.
And Creepy Mountain if it keeps existing. So,
That's right.
Creepy Mountain is a lease,
Private.
a private lease that pops up every year. I'm scared one day it is going to disappear. It's going to get to the point we probably can't
Afford it.
either afford it, or we're going to have
We
somebody
do,
out,
Janelle. We do.
or we're going to have somebody
Outbid.
outbid us on that, because now it's in a bid system, which I do not like. We still get first chance, but they're doing this bidding system, and some rich millionaire somewhere is going to see that place and probably jump on it because it is close to Birmingham. It is close to an interstate. So, you know.
In a big cabin. I like the compound idea better.
Well, if I knew we could figure out a way to buy some of that property up there, because it was, and there's the other thing, that property is always up for sale. That company who manages that property, and they have tons of property in Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, they actually have that property up for sale at all times. But the problem is you have to bid on it, and you got to buy a certain amount. And the other thing that's going to hurt is easements.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of people probably haven't jumped on it yet. So, because of the easements.
And because of them roads, you can't get in there.
The roads, they'll solve the road problem. But
Who will?
whoever buys the property.
It cost you $1 million to solve the
They're
road
talking about
problem.
building a highway through it one time.
What?
Yeah, there's going with that bridge that got built on the river, because they was trying to figure out a way to come across to shorten the drive from 280 to 65. There's already iron coming right through the middle of that mountain, and I'm glad that fell out.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say, Creepy Mountain might not be. I might not always have access to that place. So if any of y'all are wanting to come see the place,
You might want to get it scheduled.
you might want to do it here in the next year or two.
It is 8:07, babe.
I know I'm good but we're gonna go. So
I
all
don't
right.
want you late for work.
I'm not gonna be
So-
late for work unless there's a big wreck up through there or something.
You should always be
There
prepared.
won't hardly be no traffic up through there tonight. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Enjoyed y'all being here with us tonight. Get along with everybody. Be kind.
Don't get involved in the fighting.
Just pray for people. Pray for them. Prayer has a lot of power, more power than you'll ever think, because that's our one way to speak directly to God, the one that created everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you earnestly talk to him honestly and earnestly and really mean it and sincerely, he's going to listen to you. He might not solve every problem for you, but he's going to listen to what you're
But he'll
telling him.
make a way.
And sometimes he does his things.
May not be your way, but he'll make a way.
Yeah, one way or another. And then sometimes some things are just wrote in stone. I hate to say it, it's going to go one way. So it's just the way everything is. But one thing I was going to say, then I'm going to shut up. I can't think what I was going to say. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it wasn't important, or I'll think of it as soon as I walk out
Yep.
the door. So
Yep.
we'll see y'all next Friday night at 7.
Monday video.
We
Visit
I know what I was going to say. Next, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
The 4th.
The 4th is our fire pit.
That is this Saturday.
No,
Today's the 27th. Oh,
next Saturday.
today is Friday. Never mind.
Next Saturday, the 4th, and we're going to move our time back to 5. Now, Sunday is daylight savings changes, but we're going to change back to 5 for the winter. I know a lot of y'all are far off. I know it'd be a chore for you to come. We'd love for anybody to come, but I understand. But anybody local, that's listening tonight, you know, we're going to do it at 5 next Saturday. So y'all just keep that in mind. I'll make a Facebook
The
post.
4th.
Yeah. So, all right.
Thank you.
Let's get off here. And I hope y'all have a good weekend. Love one another. And we'll see y'all next week. We love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Good night. Bye-bye.